Okay. Hi, I'm Burton, and I'd like to say that first impressions are futile. I know that's kind of ironic because this is y'all's first impression of me, but it's really true because if I had $1 for every time someone told me wow, you're a lot different than I first thought you were, or more specifically, wow, I thought you were really mean, but you're actually really nice. How do you respond to that? Great, that's encouraging. On one hand, I'm nice, but on the other hand, I look mean. Awesome. I don't think I'm mean. I think I'm pretty friendly. If you get past that, I can see how I might not always portray that. However, I don't really think of myself as being a particularly complex person, but I do have a problem with expressing my emotions. With 100% transparency, my best personality traits don't really come out until you get past that, and I guess you could call it reserved, but I don't know, it's hard. Like I said, you have to get past that front. Once people get past that front of I guess I look mean, they get to see my real heart and that I really just want to care about people and love on people. I use reserved as a loose term because I'm not an introvert, and I guess I could come off that way because I don't really express my feelings out loud, but I'm definitely not introverted. Reserved is more to struggle with me not being able to portray my emotions, and also I'm not very good at responding to other people's emotions. So if you come to me crying, I'm just gonna kind of look at you, and I might make a joke, which is kind of awkward, but that's okay. Sarcasm is my first language, which shocking. I get really uncomfortable when people are vulnerable, and it's not because I don't care, it's just because I genuinely don't know what to say, and I just get kind of awkward. And I make jokes, and maybe that'll cheer you up, and that's great if it does, and if it doesn't, I'm sorry if I offend you. I would laugh at a funeral, I'm that girl, awkward situations, tension, sadness, I just kind of don't go near that, and I kind of make jokes. Some people, I'm notorious for when people don't know me, they say I have a syndrome known as RBF. If you don't know what that is, basically, my resting face isn't exactly very inviting to people. I don't appear very friendly, but I promise I am. When I was a cheerleader in high school, I used to always get in trouble. My coach would come up to me and be like, Amanda, smile, you're a cheerleader and you don't look cheery. I was pretty cheery, it just didn't exactly come out. One constant thing that's been constant throughout my whole life is my faith, and being that faith is so important to me. I want to have compassion for others, and I want to be able to be that person that will cry with you and stuff like that, but in all honesty, that's just not me. I am compassionate, and all my friends know that if they're struggling and they come to me, I'm not going to cry with them, but I will cheer them up. For example, last semester, one of my really good friends who lives down the hall from me, she came into my room, she had just had a fight with her boyfriend, and she was bawling, and she knocked on my door, my roommate answered. I was asleep on the couch. I woke up, I saw her, and I flipped off the couch and landed on my back. And she just started busting out laughing, and I was like, what? And she was like, this is exactly why I came to your room, Amanda, because I knew that you would do something to make me laugh and stop crying. And I was like, well, great, glad I could help. That's the way I can be there for people. Definitely, I'm not insensitive, I just don't like to laugh. Or I don't like to cry, I just like laughing. So basically, sometimes people can't express their emotions, and sometimes they might appear like they look like this all the time, but they're not always angry. Sometimes they're just bad at smiling. So you gotta really look past that to get to know someone. I do genuinely care, and as cliche as this might sound, you really can't judge a book by their cover, because if you judge me by my cover, you'd probably be like, wow, she's really rude, but you just open the book a little, I promise I'm not that rude. First impressions are definitely futile.